So this is the continuation of what we had last time. We were talking about normal form, and another problem about this, asking for the general equation of the line parallel to the line 4x minus 3y minus 15 equal to 0, and passing, letter A, at a distance 2 units from the origin. Letter B, passing 2 units farther from the origin. And then letter C, passing twice as far from the origin. And then letter D, passing at a distance 5 units from the given line. Clear, children? So you have, first, let's illustrate the problem. So the line given, we have 4x minus 3y equals 15. Huh? So let us use tabular method to draw the graph of this. If x is 0, what's the value of y? Negative 5. What about if y is 0? What's the value of x? 15 over 4, right? Or that is 3 and 3/4. Am I correct, guys? So 3 and 3/4, no, or 3.375. Okay? So let's now trace the line. So this is the Cartesian plane. Y axis, x axis. Okay, guys. So let's have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 2, this is 4, 5, then this is 7. Huh? Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6. So this is negative 6, negative 3. Then positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, positive 4, positive 5. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. Okay. So let's plot the point. 0, negative 5. Am I right? What about 15 over 4? That is 3 and 3/4. 3 and 3/4. So somewhere here. So let's draw the line passing through these points. So this is the given line, okay? We're looking for letter A, a line parallel to this, and how far from the origin? 2 units from the origin. So approximately 1, 2. So approximately parallel sa yellow and 2 units from the origin. Am I right, guys? It can be below, it can be above. Okay, children? Get it, children? Did you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And then parallel to the yellow also. So it means for letter A, there are 2 possibilities, no? So this is the line given. This blue, letter A, required for letter A. So there are two, L sub A sub 1, L sub A sub 2. Okay? So how to determine the equations for this blue? So we need first the normal form of what? Of the yellow. Because what is given about letter A, distance from the origin, meaning we can have the P, no? The information that we can get out of that, the P of the what? Of the line. Okay? Meaning what we can get, directed distance of the line from the origin. So the given line is what, guys? 4x minus 3y equals 15. What's the normal form of this, children? Guys, of line given. What's the normal form? We divide by what, guys? What is our divisor to the left side? Anyone, guys? What's the divisor? Negative. Why negative? Square root of a squared plus b squared. Negative because the sign of the coefficient of y, that is the sign of b, is negative. Remember, for normal form, we follow the sign of what? For the radical, we follow the sign of b. If b is 0, like the sign of a. Okay? So since b is not 0 and it is negative, so we have negative radical. So inside, we have 4 squared plus negative 3 quantity squared. Okay, guys? Get it, children? So we have equals. What about the right side? 15 over, what is the simplified form of this radical? Negative 5, right, guys?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
So what is now the simplified of the left side? It is 4x over negative 5. And then plus 3y over 5, no? Because negative, negative. And then the right side is negative 3. Why negative 3? Because the line is below the origin. Am I right? So, and actual distance of the yellow from the origin is 3. But negative, it means only that it is below. The negative means that it is below the origin. Okay? Get it, children? So, this is the normal form of what, guys? Normal form of the given line. So, for letter A, what is P? Anyone? What is P for letter A? So, according to the condition, 2 units from the origin. So, it can be above, it can be below, no? So, it means plus or minus 2. So, that's the P of letter A. Since parallel, the one that we are looking for, so we copy the left side of the line given in normal form. Remember, when we discuss equations of parallel lines, for parallel lines, you can copy the coefficient of x. So we have negative 4 over 5, then x, plus coefficient of y, 3 over 5, then times y. Is that clear, guys? And then the P of the required line, we have positive 2 or negative 2. So let's multiply by negative 5 to get to be in general form, getting 4x minus 3y, that is equal to negative 10 or positive 10. Okay? So adding 10 on each side, we get 4x minus 3y plus 10. equals 0. Or the other one, 4x minus 3y, adding -10. So on its side, -10 equal to 0. Or you can write plus or minus 10 equal to 0. Okay? So these are the required lines satisfying the what? The condition in letter A. Is this clear, guys? What about letter B? Our goal is to find the P, no? What about letter B, guys? Let's have letter B. 2 units further from the origin. What does it mean? So from the word further, it means it is being compared. Compared with what? Compared with the given line. What's the P of the given line? -3. Okay, guys? The given line. But the actual distance of the given line from the origin is 3. 2 units further. So how far is the required line or the required lines possible? Guys, 2 units further from the origin. The actual distance of the yellow is 3. 2 units further. So it means, how far from the origin? 5, no? Because 2 units further. Meaning, mas malayo from the origin ng dalawa. 3, the yellow. So this pink that I'm going to draw, how far? 5. So 3, 4, 5. Somewhere here. Okay, guys? Get it, children? So this is what we want. Another possibility. So this is already this is 2, no? 3, 4, 5. So the pink is somewhere here. So how far is this pink from the origin, guys? 5, right? So 5 also. But it is positive because it is above. While the other one, negative because it is below. Clear, children? So this is line B1. And what about this? Line B2. Okay? What about the P of the P? I mean of letter B. So P is what? 5, no? Can be negative, positive, so plus or minus 5. Get it, guys? So again, because parallel, we copy the left side of the normal form of the given line. -4x over 5 plus 3y over 5 equals plus or minus 5. Let's multiply each side by -5 to get 4x minus 3y equals negative positive 25. So finally, we have 4x minus 3y plus or minus 25 equals 0. Okay, children? So there are 2 possible lines. Okay? What about letter C? What about the P of letter C? Children? Guys, what about the P of letter C? For letter C, twice as far from the origin. How far is the yellow from the origin? 3. No? Negative because it is just below. But the actual distance, 3. So twice as far. So it means I will double that. So what's the distance of the required line or required possible line? 6. Okay? So let's use other color. This time, let's have orange. So this is already 5, right? So 1 more. So 6. Am I correct, children? Guys? So this is line C2. And another one, 1 more, no? From here. Because the pink is 5 units from the origin. We have 6. So from pink, it is 1 unit away. But from the origin, it is what? 6. Above positive, below negative 6. C sub 1. Okay? So for letter C, what's the P? Children? Plus or minus 6. Get it, guys? So we now have negative 4x over 5 plus 3y over 5 is equal to plus or minus 6. Let's multiply by negative 5 each side, getting 4x minus 3y equals negative positive 30. Expressing in this in general form, we have plus or minus 30, this constant now, no? Equals 0. So finally, we have 4x minus 3y plus or minus 30 equal to 0. Again, there are two possible lines for letter C. Having directed distance plus 6 and then the other one negative 6. Get it, children? Any question with that? Guys? Guys? What about letter D? Guys? For letter D, at a distance 5 units from the given line. So I am going to what? To walk from the given line. How many units? 5 units away, no? 2 units away from the orange, no? Because orange is 6 units from the origin. The total now is 8 for the green. Am I right, guys? Guys? Guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Green from the yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will coincide where, guys? Where will it coincide, guys? Guys. It will coincide where, guys? With the blue? Am I right, children?
Yes, sir.
Because from the yellow, 5 units from the yellow. So meaning it will be what? 2 units from the origin. You have to be careful with that, guys. Huh? So D1. It coincides with what? With the blue. So expect that one of the equations for letter D is the same with what? With the equation or the same as the equation for the blue. L A sub 1. Okay? So again, how far is this green from the origin? The one that is above 2 units. So meaning positive 2. While the other one, this green, negative 8 because 8 units now away from the origin. From the yellow, 5. From the origin, 8. Negative because it is below. Okay, children? So the technique is what, guys? What's the technique? So you write the directed distance of the original line. So negative 3. Then away from that, we have to move forward, meaning to in the same direction. So you add what? You add negative what, guys? Negative 5. And then opposite direction to the original plus 5. Okay? So this is what? Equals negative 8 or positive 2, no? Yan. Okay? So we now have negative 4x over 5 plus 3y over 5 equals 1 is negative 8, the other one positive 2. Simplifying, we have what, guys? 4x over 5 and multiplied by 5, magiging just 4x, no? If you multiply by negative 5, I mean, 4x minus 3y, positive 40 minus 40 equal to 0. What about the second one? 4x minus 3y, negative 10 plus 10 equal to 0. As a check, so it has the same equation with letter A, right? It coincides with one of the blue. It coincides with which one is plus 10? So with this one. See guys, because this one coincides with the blue, no? So notice that it is the same with, yan. This is the same with what? This one is the same with this, or as the same with as this one. Okay? If you are going to look at the figure, they coincide. Is that clear, children? So you see? So it turns out to be like that. Any question with this? What about number 3? Find the general equation of the line parallel to 5x minus 12y plus 26 equal to 0 and passing letter A at a distance 4 units from the origin. So similar to number 1A. 5/3 as far from the origin is still similar from letter B of letter A. 3 units farther from the origin, and then letter D at the distance 1 unit from the given line. Okay, guys? So can we solve it without sketching? After all, what we just need is the P, no? Let's do that. So after, so since you know already how it goes now from number 1 through the given or through our illustration, you know what's going on now, no? So let us have the normal form of the given line. Line given, we have 5x minus 12y equals 26. Negative, no? Then we multiply it by 1 over what? Or divide it by, to get the normal form, guys. Guys, what's the normal form of line given? What is our divisor to the left side? Negative, no? Because B is negative. So negative is square root of square of A. So 5 squared plus negative 12 squared. So same divisor sa right side, no? Okay, guys? Negative square root of 5 squared plus negative 12 squared. What about the numerator of the left side? 5x minus 12y. The right side, negative 26. Simplifying, we have negative 5x over, what is that, guys? 13, no? Minus, so positive now. 12y over 13. The right side is positive 2. So meaning, the given line is above the origin. Since the slope of the given line is negative, positive. The slope of the given line is positive, rising up to the right. So it means it is in the second quadrant. Above the origin, second quadrant. Okay, guys? So expect for the beta, its normal angle to be obtuse. Okay, we are now ready to get letter A. What's the P of letter A, guys? So 4 units from the origin. So positive, negative, no? Can be above, can be below. Okay? So copy the left side of this equation of meaning the normal line of the what, guys? Normal line of the given line, no? Yeah. So we just changed the P. What's the P? Remember, if parallel, we copy the left side because parallel. Same coefficient for x and also coefficient for y. They only differ in their P values. Okay, guys? So why is it from normal form, not from the general? Because what we are given, information about the P. So plus or minus 4. So multiply by negative 13, we get 5x minus 12y equals negative positive 52. Am I right, guys? So in general form, 5x minus 12y plus or minus 52. Okay, equals 0. So these are the required equations of the lines satisfying the given condition for letter A. What about for letter B, guys? What about the P? 5/3 as far from the origin. Remember a while ago, twice as far. We just double what? The actual distance of the given line from the origin. So here the actual distance is what? 2. 5/3 of that. Okay, guys, what is 5/3 of 2? So that is 10/3. Am I right, guys? So I will write 5 times 5/3 of 2. No? 5/3 of 2 can be above or below. So it means plus or minus 10/3. Okay? So we have this left side and we just change the right side. So the right side is what? Plus or minus 10/3. So multiplying by 39 negative. Am I right? This is 15, huh? X minus 36 y, and then negative positive, I think that is 130. No? And then on the left side, so the number becomes what? Guys, plus minus 130. Am I right, children? Guys? Guys? Equals 0. Okay? That's it for letter B. What about for letter C? What do you think is the value of the P? Or what are the values of the P possible? Guys? Guys, what about for letter C? What do you think? 3 units farther from the origin. What does it mean? How far is the given line from the origin? 2, no? So it means 3 units farther. So how far? 5. Okay? So it means 5, no? Kasi 3 units farther. Mas malayo ng 3 kumpara sa given line mula sa origin. From the origin. Okay? So it can be above and below. For letter C, we have what is P? Plus or minus 5. Because 3 units farther from the origin. The actual distance of the given line, 2. So 3 units farther, so we have 5. Plus or minus because above and below. Okay, guys? So negative 4x over, what is that? Negative 5x over 13 plus 12y over 13 equals plus minus 5. Multiply by negative 13, we have 5x minus 12y. Then, this is now plus minus, no? If on the left side, what is that, guys? Guys, what is that? Is it 65? Children?
Yes, sir. It's
Yes, sir.
65 equals 0. Tama ba? So, 12. Okay. So, that's it. These are the possible lines for letter C. What about for letter D? What can we say about the P of letter D? So, similar to letter D of number 1. So, at a distance, but this time at a distance 1 unit from the given line. Oh, the technique, you get the P of the given line, 2. And then you move 1 unit forward and 1 unit backward. So giving what? 3 or negative, no, 3 or 1, no? Am I right? So negative 5x over 13 plus 12y over 13 equals 3 or 1, no? Okay? So simplifying by multiplying by negative 13, we have 5x, then minus 12y. So this is negative 39 plus 39. Am I right? Equals 0. Or the other one, 5x minus 12y minus 13 plus 13. No? Am I right, guys? Equal to 0. So these are the two possible equations of lines for letter B. Get it, children? Any question with that, guys? For number 3, we have find the general equation of the line parallel to 2x plus 3y equals 6 and passing at the distance 5 over square root of 13 from the point negative 1, 1. Let's call negative 1, 1 P. Let's illustrate this problem. So for the line given, we have 2x plus 3y equals 6. Using tabular method to graph this line, when x is 0, what is y? 2. When y is 0, what is x? 3, no? Okay? So let's draw the line and also plot the given points, okay? Y-axis, x-axis. One, two, three, 4, 5. So this is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. This is 2. Okay? So the point is 0, 2. What else? 3, 0. Am I correct? So passing through the points. So this is the given line. Okay, children? What about the required lines or the required line? Let's see how many possible. So there is a point, negative 1, 1. So this is negative 1, 1. So that is denoted by P. So let's call it P. Now, how far is the required line from this point, children? How far? 5 over square root of 13. The line will pass, as it passes through, it passes what? Parallel to the P. And how far from the point? 5 over square root of 13. 5 divided by square root of 13, that is 1.4, almost 1.4. So I think it is below the pink, no? Am I right, guys? Let's have somewhere here. Get it, children? So this is our required line. Is there another possibility, guys? It can be below the point, right? And the distance is still more than 1. Okay? Get it, children? Guys? I think I need to move a little more. Yeah. So Another line we have below the point, no? And it's still parallel to the pink. Get it, children? So this is line we're looking for that is parallel to the given line. Okay? So how are we going to determine the equations for these green lines, guys? Any suggestion? So we can't what? We can't compare it to the pink immediately, no? Although we can determine the P of the pink, but what is given about the green? Just the distance from this point. Okay? We cannot have a comparison with the P of the given what? The given line. So what we do, we find the equation of the line passing through this orange point. Okay, guys? So let's find that equation passing through that orange, but parallel to the pink also. So it means this yellow is also parallel to the required lines. Get it, guys? How far is the green lines from the point? It's 5 over square root of 13. And this one is also 5 square root of 5 over square root of 13, right? So whatever the distance of the green from the point, that is also the distance of what? Of the green from the yellow, no? Line. Okay, children? So it means we are able to reduce the problem from the problem similar to number 1 and to letter D, given the distance of the green from the line. Okay, not from the origin, but from the line. So what we do, first we find the equation of the yellow, no? So line, let's call that line through P. For the line through P and parallel, that is parallel to line given, so we have 2x, we copy the left side of the given line. What's the technique so that we can easily get the equation of the line parallel? And if we know the point where it will pass through, you just substitute the point, okay, to the x and y and then write it on the right side. 2 times negative 1 plus 3 times 1. So the right side now is what? Guys, 1, no? Oh, so that is the equation of the what? Of line through the point P parallel to the pink, which is also parallel to the green. So, and how far is the green from line P? 5 over square root of 13. This is the normal form. Normal form of orange of LP. So we have 2x plus 3y over positive, right? Because the coefficient of y, 3, meaning our b is positive, is square root of, what is that, guys? 2 squared plus 3 squared. The right side is positive 1, right? Over, is it positive 1? Okay, so 1 over what? Same, no? Positive is square root of 2 squared plus 3 squared. So getting 2x over 5. Okay? I don't know. Is it right? Oh, it's not. It's square root of 13. No? Then plus 3y over square root of 13. What about the right side? 1 over square root of 13. So positive, right? So our figure is really what? Satisfying the P, no? It's above the origin a little. So that is 1 divided with square root of 13. So how far is the yellow from the origin? 0.28 approximately. So how far is the required line from the yellow? So for the required line, guys. So we have, guys, what's the P? So 1 over square root of 13, because distance from the line is given. So this will move forward by how much or how many units? 5 over square root of 13. And will move backward 5 over square root of 13. So minus. Okay? So that's it. That's the P, because similar to letter D of 1 and 2. Whatever the P of the line as our reference, this time our reference line is not the pink, huh? It's what? It's the yellow, because the information given is from that, no? From the yellow, which we got from the pink. That yellow, no? So we now have negative 2, that is 2x over square root of 13 plus 3y over square root of 13 equals 1 over square root of 13. Pag sinimplify natin the P, what is this, guys? Guys, 1 is negative 4. Am I correct? Guys, over square root of 13. The other one is 6. No? So 1 is 6. Let's start with 6. Over square root of 13, negative 4 over square root of 13. Okay? 6 over square root of 13, the right side. Or other possibility, 2x plus 3y over all. You can have just all over, no? Square root of 13. After all, they have the same denominator. And the right side is negative 4 over square root of 13. Okay. Simplifying, we have 2x plus 3y plus equals 6. So minus 6 equal to 0. What about the second one? 2x plus 3y equals negative 4, then plus 4 is equal to 0. Get it, children? Any question with this, guys? Children? Guys? Okay. Okay, if you don't have any more questions about this. So the next problem, this is number 4. Find the general equation of the line perpendicular to what, guys? Perpendicular to the line 3x minus 4y minus 20 equals to 0 and passing at the distance 2 units from the point negative 1, 1. Okay? This time, perpendicular. A while ago, parallel. So let's see the difference. So first, let's illustrate the problem by graphing the given line. Line given, we have 3x minus 4y equals 20. Okay? Using tabular method to graph this line, when x is 0, y is negative 5. When y is 0, what is x? 20 over 3. Okay? So that is 6 and 2/3, no? So this is 6 and 2/3. Okay, guys? So let's now plot the point negative 1 and 1, and then draw the line given. Y-axis. X-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 8. This is 6. This is 4. This is 2. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6. negative 1, negative 3, negative 5, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, positive 1, positive 2. Okay, plotting the point, we have negative 1, 1. Get it, guys? What about the given line? 0, negative 5. It passes through this point. And then 6 and 2/3. Okay, somewhere here. So draw a line passing through that point. And also through this point, no? So this is the line given. Line given. But the line or lines we're looking for, let's see how many possibilities, are what, guys? Perpendicular to this. And as it passes perpendicular to this pink, how far from the point, guys? 2 units. So 1 unit, 2 units, somewhere around there. And then perpendicular to the pink. One possible line. Is there another possible line, guys? Guys, still alive? 1, 2. Okay, guys? Get it, children? Guys?
Yes.
Another possibility, no? So there are 2 possible lines. Perpendicular to being, and they both pass as perpendicular to being and at a distance of what? 2 units from the point orange, no? Guys? So how far? Let's put distance. How far from this point? Two units. So also here, 2 units also, no? 2 units, okay? The technique is to find a line through P perpendicular to the pink also, so that it will serve as our reference later. Because we cannot get the reference at once, this pink, no? So let's get a line passing through this orange point, but perpendicular to the pink. Okay, guys? So this is the line through P. So let's call this point P, that point. That point, that is point P. And I think it will confuse with the P later. Let's dot Q. So let's this call point Q. Okay? So passing through Q. So instead of P, let's have it Q. Yeah. So what we are looking for, line parallel now to the what? To the red, no? Is that red? So line parallel. Line parallel. Okay? Let's extend this line. Okay. How to get the equation of line Q? It is perpendicular to LG. So we know that LG is what, guys? Anyone? What's the shortcut of finding the line perpendicular? What's the equation of the line? 3x minus 4y. Minus 20. Is it minus 20? Equal to 0. What is the line perpendicular, guys? Guys, and passing through PQ, I mean passing through Q, perpendicular to LG, guys, we interchange coefficients, no? Positive, negative, it is positive, positive here. Get it, guys? Remember what we had in our discussion? If perpendicular, we interchange coefficients. If opposite the given, so the required same sign, okay? And so that you can easily get the constant. So you substitute the point here and then write it on the right side. 4 times what? Negative 1 plus 3 times 1. Okay, guys? So we have 4x plus 3y equals negative 1. So it means the line LQ is below the origin. Let's see. It's below a little, no? Yan. So what is that value, guys? Negative 1 over actually over the radical that we're going to have, no? The distance. Okay? For the normal form of LQ, what's the normal form? We have 4x plus 3y. What is our divisor, guys? Positive is square root of. Square of 4, 16. Square of 3, 9. Okay? Negative 1 over square root of 16 plus 9. Simplifying, we have 4x over 5 plus 3y over 5 equals negative 1/5. So again, it is negative because the line LQ is below the origin. Okay, guys? So it means our graph is a bit accurate, no? So how to get down the equations for yellow? For the required lines or lines, what are the P's? So P is equal to what? Guys, again, copy the P of LQ. We move forward. How many units? 2, no? Move backward. So minus 2. To get what, guys? Yan, this. So what's the answer, guys? Negative 1/5 plus 2. That is negative what? Or positive 9, I think, over 5. Am I right, guys? Negative 1 divided by 5 plus 2. 9 over 5, no? The other one, negative 1/5 minus 2. That is negative 11 over 5. Okay? Is that negative 11 or negative 13? So let's see. Negative 1 divided by 5 minus 2. So that is negative 11 over 5, no? Guys? So we have equations now. 4x over 5 plus 3y over 5 is equal to 9 over 5, or the other one, negative 11 over 5. So we have these two equations. 4x plus 3y minus 9 equal to 0. What about the other one? 4x plus 5y, 3y, no? 3y negative, positive now, no? Am I right, guys? Guys? Still breathing, guys?
Yes, sir.
So these are the required lines. Okay? These are the two possible lines satisfying the given conditions. And they are both perpendicular to the pink, the original one. And if you take the distance of these two lines from the point negative 1, 1, it is positive 2. And that is our next problem actually, guys. So we have finding directed distance, and also, if you want, finding the actual distance of what? Of a point from where? From the line. Okay? Take note, ha? Directed distance of a point from what? From a line, or from a line to a point. So that's our orientation. Be careful with that. Directed distance of a point from a line or from a straight line. So let's illustrate. So let's say I have this line. Let me draw that line. So this is my line. So line. The equation of this line is what, guys? AX plus BY plus C equal to 0. Okay, guys? And then I have a point. Let's call this point. Not on the line. If the point is on the line, the directed distance is what? Is 0, or the distance is 0. Let's say that the point is not on the line. Let's call this P, X sub 1, Y sub 1. Okay? So this distance, which we will be considering directed, and this distance, which we are going to denote by D sub R, it is directed. If the point is above the line, it is positive. If the point is below the line, it is negative. If the line is vertical, to the right, if the point is to the right, positive. If the point is to the left, negative. If the line is horizontal, if the point is above the line, DR is positive. If the point is below, negative. Clear, children? Guys? So, the directed distance denoted by D sub R is given by this. So let's use color. The directed distance D sub R is equal to, I'm not going to derive. If you are interested in the derivation, you just see your lecture notes. Okay, guys? So we have AX sub 1 plus B Y sub 1, where X sub 1 and Y sub 1 are coordinates of the point, not on the line. Plus C, notice that I just copy A, B, and C of the given line. And then replace the X and Y by what? X sub 1 and Y sub 1. So you will have value in the numerator. Below, plus or minus. But of course, you have to choose one sign only. And the rule, same with the rule of what? Of the normal form. Okay? Where the sign of the radical is chosen like what? Like the sign of B. If B 0, like the sign of A. Okay, guys? Our P is X sub 1, Y sub 1. Clear, children? Again, where the sign of the radical here follows the sign of B. Or a B0, like that of A. Clear, children? Any question with this, guys? So again, for the signs of D, if you want to take it directed, D sub R is positive if the point is above the slant line or the horizontal line. Or to the right of the vertical line. If horizontal or slant, and it is above the point, so dr is positive. What about dr is negative? The value of dr is negative if what, guys? If the point is below the what? The slant line, no? Or horizontal line, no? Okay? Let's put horizontal line. Or to the left of the vertical line. Clear, guys? Okay? So, if you are interested with the undirected distance, meaning actual distance, undirected distance between a point and a line, or the distance of a point from a line but not directed, just the actual distance, you just take the absolute value. Clear, children? So we have what? D is equal to. So this time we are not interested with what? With the directed distance, okay? But just the actual distance. You take the absolute value of the numerator to guarantee that it is never negative. Okay? All over positive radical. No need for the minus or the plus, just the plus. Okay, children? Get it, children? If you're asked how far is the point from the line, or how far is the line from a point, or what is the distance between a point and a line, so you use this formula. And for parallel lines, what about for parallel lines? Distance between parallel lines. But be sure they are parallel, huh? And you should know how to check if whether they are parallel or not. Distance between parallel lines. If the lines coincide, of course, the distance will be 0. So the distance between parallel lines is given by this. Distance between parallel lines. You just get the difference between the P of the second line and the first line, or the first line and the second line. Get the absolute value. Okay? So that's it. That's the distance between two lines that are parallel. Clear, children? Guys, if you have, let's say in the Cartesian plane, So let's say this is my first line. And this is my second line. And let's assume that they are parallel, of course. Running parallel, right? So let's have like this, running parallel. Okay, children? So this is, for instance, line 1, line 2. So you just take the P of this, what? Of this line 1 and then P of line 2, get the difference, take the absolute value. By the way, for the P, this is the formula, negative C over, so it means directed, huh? Guys, plus or minus square root of A squared plus B squared. Where the sign of the radical, you know already the rule, you must know by this time. You have to choose the sign of what? Of B. If B is 0, like that of A. Clear, guys? So that is how to compute for the P. Depending on what? Of the line you are, of course, considering. Clear? Get it, children? Okay, so let's have problems. Find the directed distance. By the way, if sign is considered, always the word directed will be mentioned. If there is no word directed, it means the positive distance, the actual distance. Find the directed distance of, let's say, the point 4, -3 from the line. (3x minus 5y, let's have 4y minus, let's have 12 equals 0. Okay? So let's illustrate just to check if the sign that we will able to get will agree from the graph. No? So our line is given by this. When x is 0, what is y? Guys, positive 3 or negative 3? Negative 3, right? 1, 2, 3. So this is negative 2. So our point is in here. If y is 0, what is x? Positive 3, positive 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say this is 5, this is 2, this is 4. Okay, guys? 12 over 3, that is 4. So see, 4, 0. Okay? So draw the line passing through this point. So that is the line given. Where is the point, guys? Where is our point? 4, -3. Get it, children? Yeah. So the distance of this from here, they're taken it as directed, is the one that is perpendicular, no? Here. Okay? So this is our d sub r. What do we expect, guys, for the directed distance? Negative or positive? Guys.
Negative, sir.
Negative, because the point is below. If let's say you get that it's not negative, it means there is something wrong. Okay? What is our formula? A, x sub 1 plus b, y sub 1 plus c all over yan. plus or minus square root of a squared plus b squared. So we are going to consider what sign, guys? Negative, no? Why negative, children? Because b is negative, okay? In the given line. So a, that is 3. What is my x sub 1? 4. Minus 4. What is my x sub y sub 1? Negative 3. And then minus 12. Okay? All over negative is square root of 3 squared plus negative 4 quantity squared. Okay, children? Our point is what? 4, negative 3. So, what is this equal to? 12 minus 12, 0. And this is positive 12. So, 12 over what? Guys? Anyone? 12 over negative 5, no? Am I correct, children? So it means the point is the actual distance is what? 12 over 5. What is that 12 divided by 5? The actual distance is 2.4. 1, 2.4. Okay, children? So that is 2.4. Get it, guys? 2.4 negative taken directly. The negative here, it means only that the point is below the line. Okay? Is that clear, children? Guys, what about this? How far is the line or is the point Q, negative 3, negative 4 from the line 2x plus 3y minus 2 is equal to 0. So we're not going to draw anymore. And we are expecting for positive answer because the question is how far. We are not after the directed distance. Am I correct, children? What is the distance? Absolute value of what? A, x sub 1 plus b, y sub 1 plus c all over square root of a squared plus b squared, right? And our point is what? Q, negative 3, negative 4 as the coordinates. So absolute value of 2 times, so our A is 2 times negative 3 plus 3 times negative 4, right? Minus 2. Absolute value of that. All over, no more negative or positive, huh? Just the positive. Square root of 2 squared plus 3 squared. What is this equal to, guys? The numerator is negative 6 minus 12 minus 2. That is negative 20. So it means positive 20, the absolute value, no? Over square root of, what is this, guys? 4 plus 9, 13. Or that is, if you want rationalized form, 20 is square root of 13 over 13 units. Okay, children? Approximately, how far? .55 approximately. Any question with this, children? Guys?
None, sir.
Okay, let's have another one. find the distance between the lines 5x plus 12y plus 26 equal to 0 and 10x plus 24y minus 13 equal to 0. Okay? Are they parallel, guys? How will you know that the lines are parallel? For fast checking, guys. You check the ratio. 5/10. That must be equal to the next ratio, 12/24. And not equal to the third ratio, 26/-13. Ratio of A's, meaning coefficients of X in the two lines, and then ratio of the coefficients of Y, and then the constant terms. So the constant terms ratio must not be equal to the ratio of the coefficients of X and coefficients of Y. Okay, guys? So the first two are equal. Are the first two equal, guys? Check na?
Yes, sir. Confirm.
So if the constant terms ratio equal to the first two ratios, it means they are coinciding. They represent the same line. If not equal to this third ratio, they are parallel. Okay, children? So guaranteed that they are parallel. Because if not parallel, you cannot apply the formula. And the distance between them is not unique, varying. Okay, children? Until they intersect, it will be 0 at their point of intersection. Again, as you get away from the point of intersection, the distance between them are what? Increasing. Am I right, guys? So what's the P of the first line? So since we are just interested with the P, line given, line 1, we have 5x. No need to have the normal form, just the P equals -26. So what is the P, guys, of this? Children? So P1 is what? -26 over, guys, is remember directed, huh? So positive radical because B is positive, no? So 5 squared plus 12 squared. Simplifying, we get what, guys? Children? Negative. So 25 plus 113, 144, 69, 169 square root 13. So -2, no? What about for line 2? We have 10x plus 12y minus 13, so equals 13. What's the P for this? 13 over is positive, no? Is square root of 100, 10 squared, so that is 100. And then, this is 24. I got a mistake here. This is 24. What is 24 squared? Guys, so 100 plus 24 squared, take the square root, it is 26. So 13 over 26, that is equal to what? 1/2, right? Then we get the difference, no? So the distance between these two parallel lines is equal to absolute value of P sub 2 minus P sub 1 or P sub 1 minus P sub 2. So that is 1/2 minus -2, no? Guys? Oh, what is now the answer? That is 2.5, right? Am I correct? Guys? Okay? So 2.5 units. So that is the distance between them. Oh, any question with this, guys? Guys?
None po.
Okay? So no more question about this. Number 4. 2 sides of a square lie along the lines for x plus 3y minus 15 equal to 0. And for x plus 3y minus 5 equal to 0. Find the area of the square. Okay? So, if we're going to illustrate, so let me draw that. So for the first line, when x is 0, what's the value of y? 5, no? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6. This is 3. So the value is, when x is 0, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 5. Okay? Next, when y is 0, so that is 15 over 4. What is 15 over 4? 3.75. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's say this is 8. This is 3. This is 6. So we have 3.75 somewhere here. Okay? So this is the line. So the other one, we have when x is 5, when x is 0, when x is 0, 5 over 4. What is 5 over 4? 1.25. 1.25. Again, when x is 0, what is y? Sorry, when x is 0, 5 divided by 3. 1.67. 1.67. Around here. Okay? And then we just draw parallel. Pero to make sure, when y is 0, 1.25. 1.25. Oh, somewhere here. Okay. And we just draw parallel to the blue. They are parallel, right? If you check, 4 divided by 4, 1. 3 divided by 3, 1. Negative 15 divided by negative 5, positive 3. So equal the first two ratios, not equal to the third. So parallel. Okay? So how far is this from each other? How far are they from each other? What is this distance? Okay, guys? So that will be the side of the square. So you can draw the square anywhere, no? So let's say my square is here. So this is my square, for instance. So whatever this length, that's the length also here, no? So let's say assume here. So that's the square. So I just need one side, right, guys? Just one side. Okay? So this is my square. So what is the length of this? Let's say that is my what? D, no? Okay, guys? So what is the P of the first line, guys? Our line 1 is given by 4x plus 3y minus 15. 4x plus 3y minus 15 equal to 0 or equals 15. So that its P is equal to 15 over positive square root of square ng 4, 16, plus square ng 3, 9. So P1 therefore is what? 15 divided by 5, 3. What about line 2? 4x plus 3y minus 5. So it means equals 5. What's the P of that? So that is 5 over positive square root of 16 is 4 squared plus 3 squared. So 9. So 16 plus 9 is 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Okay? So D therefore is equal to absolute value of their difference. 1 minus 3. So that is positive 2. No? So hence, the area is equal to the square of the D. So area therefore of square is equal to 2 squared, and that is equal to 4 square units. Okay? That's it. Number 5. A circle of radius square root of 10 touches the line x minus 3y minus 2 equals 0. Find the general equation of the locus, meaning the path of its center. Okay? So, meaning the circle has a position varying, no? So let's illustrate that. Square root of 10 is approximately 3.16. So line given, we have x minus 3y equals 2. Okay? So using tabular method to graph this, when x is 0, negative 2/3, the value of y. If y is 0, x is 2. Okay? So this is our Cartesian plane. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, positive 2, positive 4, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. So this is negative 2. We have 0, negative 2/3. So 1, 2. So negative 2/3 is here. And then 2, 0. So this is the given line. And the circle is supposed to touch this what? This line, okay? Guys? So possible that the circle is where? Somewhere here, touching this line here. So, and the radius of that circle is what? 3.16. So let us have 1, 2, 3.16. So something like this, no? Around this. So this is the radius of the circle. One possible circle, for instance. So let me draw a circle. Let me first draw a circle. And let me convert that to a perfect one. Okay, touching the line. And then radius is supposed to be what, guys? Square root of 10, okay? So approximately like that. And touching the circle, I mean that line, okay? So at the point of tangency, of course, here at this point of tangency, the radius is perpendicular. Here. So this radius is perpendicular. And of course, that is not the only possible location. No? I can have another one here. Possible to be here. And then possible here. And so on. And infinitely many. Okay, guys? And if you're going to follow the path of the centers of these possible circles, we will be able to form a straight line. So this is the possible what? This is the center of the other one, the center here, and center here. So if you are going to follow the path of the centers of the possible circles, it will form a straight line parallel where, guys? Parallel to the yellow. Okay? So this is what we want. So the yellow one is the given. And another possibility is that the circles possible touching the line given, where? Above the line. Okay, guys? So it's not just below. I can have a set of circles touching what? Touching the yellow, but above. Okay, guys? So something like this. So if I'm going to draw the path of the centers, so let's say this is the center. It's parallel where? Parallel to the yellow, no? And also, of course, parallel to the first path. That is the one that is below. Okay? Guys? Okay. So how to find this the equations of these red lines? So actually, the problem is just like before. Find the equation of what? Of the line at the distance to a square root of 10 from the line given. Okay? So you can also use distance formula, I mean directed distance if you want. So let's have the first method. Okay? So first solution. So let us have the first solution. But first, let me move this. Okay. Somewhere here. And this. Okay. So how far is the red from yellow? So that is square root of 10. This is square root of 10. This is also square root of 10, right? But it is forward to the line, and then, for instance, it is backward. So whatever the P of the LG, so let's get the P of the LG. LG is x minus 3y, x minus 3y equals 2. So normal form of LG is x minus 3y all over negative square root, because b is negative. 1 squared plus negative 3 squared. And that is equal to 2 over, same, no? Square root of negative, square root of 1 squared plus negative 3 quantity squared here. So simplifying, we have negative x over square root of 5. I don't know. X negative is x over square root of 10 plus 3y over square root of 10 equals negative 2 over square root of 10. Okay? So for the required locus, that is path of center so we have what? P is equal to negative 2 over square root of 10. How far is it from the orange? So that is square root of 10. Moving forward, moving backward. So minus square root of 10 backward. That is the one that is above, and below, that is actually the one that is above minus. The one that is below minus, and the one that is above plus square root of 10. Okay? Simplifying this, we have what? What is P? So one is negative. Let's just simplify it from the answer, no? So negative x over square root of 10 plus 3y over square root of 10. So the first one is negative 2. So over square root of 10 plus square root of 10. So getting x over, if we multiply by negative square root of 10, we just have what? Simply x, no? Minus 3y. So equals 2 minus 10. Am I right? So we have x minus 3y plus 8 equals 0. So this is the first possible line. Or we have negative x over square root of 10 plus 3y over square root of 10 equals negative 2 over square root of 10 minus square root of 10. Multiply by negative square root of 10, we have x minus 3y equals, so multiply by negative square root of 10, positive 2 plus 10. So we have x minus 3y minus 12 equal to 0. Another possible path of the center, okay, of the circle. Clear, guys? So these are the answers. Any question with that? As an option to this, so alternative solution, using directed distance. You can also apply directed distance because directed distance is actually derived or can be derived from the normal form, using normal form. So let us consider any point on what? On the line. We don't know, of course, no? Any point on this line, we don't know. So let's say that point is what? XY, because we don't know, no? This point, let's say XY. We don't know. How far is XY from LG? But we are going to take it directed. So what is the directed distance of LG from where? From XY. So, and that is known, square root of 10. But our Px1, y1 is xy. Okay, guys? So, we want to get the directed distance. So we want to get the directed distance of Pxy from where? From LG. Okay? So we have dr equals ax plus by plus c. So x sub 1, no? Y sub 1 here. Plus or minus square root of a squared plus b squared. Our point is what? Xy. Okay? So we have a. What is our a? From the line, we have 1. Our x sub 1 is x. Then minus 3, our b. Y sub 1 is y. And then plus c, minus 2. So that is minus 2, the c. All over, like the sign of a. Like the sign of b. B is negative. So square root of 1 squared plus negative 3 quantity squared. And we know the directed distance. It is either plus or minus square root of 10. Positive square root of 10 if above. Negative square root of 10 if below. Okay, guys? So, getting what? Getting plus or minus square root of 10, and that is equal to x minus 3y minus 2 all over negative square root of 10. So simplifying further, x minus 3y equals minus 2 equals, this is negative, positive, 10. So x minus 3y minus, if you have minus, so plus here, plus 10 minus 2, plus 8 equal to 0, or x minus 3y, then minus 12 equal to 0 because x minus 10. Okay? So notice that we get the same answers. Okay, guys? Plus 8 minus 12. Okay. Let's have number 6. Find the general equations of the bisectors. Bisectors of the angles between the lines for x minus 5y equals 26 and 5x plus 4y equals 20. Okay? So let's illustrate the given problem. Line 1, we have 4x minus 5y equals 26. Using tabular, when x is 0, y is negative. So 26 divided by 5, 5.2. So negative 5.2. If y is 0, so we have positive 6.5. What about for line 2? 5x plus 4y equals 20. Okay? When x is 0, y is 5. When y is 0, x is 4. Okay? So let's now draw the lines. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 2, 4, 6. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 3 here. Negative, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 2. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Okay, so first line, 0, negative 5.2. Around here. And then 6.5. So this is the first line. Okay? What about the second line? 0, 5, 0, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 6.5. No. 40, 40. Okay? Actually, the lines are perpendicular. So, the line bisecting this angle is bisected by what? By this, no? Let's check. Let's see. So this is the line. It's like horizontal, but I don't think it. I don't think so. I don't think this is horizontal line, because the angle of inclination of the yellow and the blue, not 1 and -1 respectively. Okay. If, for instance, the angle of inclination is 45, then 45, total of 90. So it will be horizontal, but I don't think it's horizontal, no? So this is the line we're looking for. Line that is angle bisector of what? Of this angle, no? Actually, there are two possible, no? And another possible we have here. Okay? So line bisector 2, line bisector 1. So how to find them? So to get their equations, let us consider any point on this orange, also on this pink or red, no? Now, if I consider first the red one, how far is this point? Let's call it XY. I don't know that. So let's call that XY. How far is it from the blue? So I will make a perpendicular one. So I can apply directed distance of this point XY from the blue, and also the directed distance of this point XY from the yellow. Okay? And they are supposed to be equal, because this is angle bisector. Any point here on this line is of the same distance from where? From the yellow and from the blue. But we are going to take directed so that we are able to get the correct equation of the line. Okay, guys? So for line B1, we have this distance, let's say this distance 1, this distance 2, which are going to take directed. How are they related? So this point is what? Below the yellow. So it means D1 is supposed to be negative. So to make it positive, you control it by negative. And we know that D2, since the point is above the blue, we know that the value of D2 is positive. Now, for them to be equal, you negate D1, because the value of D1 is expected to be negative. Negative of negative, positive, and D2 with, we know that it is positive. Okay? So negative. And what is the directed distance? D1. So that is, what is yellow? Guys, What's the equation of yellow? Yellow is what? Guys, L1, no? And then the blue one, L2. Am I right? So D1 from yellow, so that is, I'll make it yellow so that you can clearly see. For X, our X1 is X. Minus 5, our Y1 is Y. Minus 26 because our C is negative 26. Okay, guys? Over negative because this is what? Negative, the coefficient of Y. Square of 4, 16, plus square of negative 5, 25. And what about the right side? D2. So D2, that is from the blue. Oh, we now have from the blue. So what is the equation of blue? So 5x. So how far is 5x plus 4y directed? From where? From x. How far? I mean, what is the directed distance of xy from 5x plus 4y? Minus 20. So 5x1 is x plus 4 y1 is y, and then minus 20. Okay? So all over negative, positive this time. Square root of 25 plus 16. Okay, that's it. Okay, guys? So let's simplify this equation. So we have negative, negative, positive. So, and we can cancel this out. So getting 4x minus 5y minus 26 because negative, negative, positive. So we just copy the numerator. So same thing on the right side. We just copy the numerator. So getting negative x minus 9y minus 6 equals 0. Okay? So, or multiplying by negative so that the coefficient for x is positive. So we have x plus 9y plus 6 equals 0. Okay, children? That's it. That's the first angle bisector. That is the red one. No? What about the second one? LB sub 2. For LB sub 2, so this is our point. And the directed distance of this point from yellow, positive. From blue, positive also. And they are supposed to be what? Equal, no? So, and they are exactly equal because the point XY is both above this blue and yellow, no? So we say that D sub 3 is equal to D sub 2. I mean D sub 4. Okay? So D sub 3 distance from the blue of XY. So that is 5 times X sub 1, that is X. 4 times Y sub 1 is Y, minus 20. What about from what about the denominator? Positive, no? Because positive, the coefficient of Y. So 5 squared, that is 25, plus 4 squared, 16. On the right side, we have yellow, no? From directed distance from of XY from what? From the yellow line. So we have 4 times X sub 1 is X, minus 5 times Y sub 1 is Y, and then minus 26. The denominator is negative square root of, because B is negative, 4 squared 16 plus 5, negative 5 squared is 25. Okay? So I can cancel this out. Then we have the left side, 5x, then plus 4y, minus 20. The right side is negative 4x, positive 5y, okay, plus 26. Am I right? Okay. Everything on the left side, we have 9x minus y, then minus 46 is equal to 0. Another possible angle bisector. So these are the two angle bisectors of the angles formed between what? Between the lines 4x minus 5y equals 26 and 5x plus 4y equals 20. Okay? Number 7. Find the general equation of the line through the point P, coordinates 3 and 2, and passing at a distance two from the point 1, 1. Okay? So that point 1, 1 is denoted by B. So let's illustrate the problem. So we have this x-axis and y-axis. So x-axis, y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 5. This is 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2. Negative 1. This is negative 1 also. Okay? So our points 3, 2. So located here. 3, 2. Okay, guys? 3, 2. So this is point P. What about 1, 1? So somewhere here. Denoted by point B, no? Now I have a line passing through the point 3, 2. Will pass through this point. Okay? Passing through this point P. And also, as it passes, the distance of this line through P is 2 units from the point 1, 1. Okay, guys? So, let's have that. Or let's see, 1, 1, 2. Or somewhere here. Let's have just an approximate location of the line. So this is my approximate line. How far is this from the given point? 2 units, no, guys? So this is 2 units. Clear? Yeah. And another possibility, so let's see, below this, no? Or something like this. Possible. But I think it is vertical. Because if you're going to do it mentally, so can no longer be like this, no? Because this is 1, 2. This is also 1, 2. So there's another one, but you can have it, it's a trivial one, no? Parang it's, if you're not going to plot, you will not able to see this one, no? This is also 2. Okay, guys? 1, 2. So one guaranteed line is this vertical line. So one possible answer, this line, okay, through P, 1. And then another one, line through P sub 2, which we're going to solve. So one possible answer is X equals what? Equals 3. Because this is obviously 1, 2. That is the distance of this line from B, and that is what passing through P. Or in general form, X minus 3 equal to 0. This is one possible answer. So which we did by inspection. And let's see if it's really above or inclined here like this. So this line, we don't know, no? But it passes through where? Through 3, 2. So that's a challenging part there. We know a point where the line will pass through. We know the distance of that line from where? From the point 2. But there is no relationship about what? The line that will pass through what? Through a point 1, 1 with what? With the line we are looking for. So we have a point, and then we do not have a slope. So I think we need to solve for the slope. Okay? So for LP2, this is LP1. For LP2, we have y minus y1 equals, we don't know the slope. Let's have m for the meantime. X minus x sub 1. So this is in general form mx, or in expanded form mx minus 3m, and that is equal to y minus 2. Or that is mx minus 3m or minus y, then minus 3m plus 2 equal to 0. So what is the directed distance of this? From where? From directed distance of B11 from LP2. Okay? So we do not know whether it is above or below, no? Possible that there is one here. So can be negative or positive, no? Plus or minus 2 equals, our A is M. Our A here is M. Our B is negative 1. Our C is negative 3M plus 2. So A, that is M. Our X sub 1 is 1 minus, because negative 1, then Y1 is 1. And then C is negative 3M plus 2. We will be able to get this slope, okay? Over what? Negative is square root of A squared, so that is M squared, plus B squared, negative 1 squared. Negative because the sign of B is negative. So M, then we have minus 3m, that is negative 2m, plus 1. And that is equal to negative positive square root of m squared plus 1. Let's square each side. Square each side of this equation to get 4m squared minus 4m plus 1. So no more radical here. And that is simply m squared plus 1. So getting 3m squared minus what? 4m equals what? 0. Am I right, guys? So what is m? So m, okay, we can factor it out, the fm. So we get 3m minus 4, right? So m is equal to what? 0, or m is equal to what, guys? Four thirds, right? Okay. So what does it mean? Is m possible to be 0? That will pass through 3, 2. So this gives extraneous root. Because if you have a horizontal passing through 3, 2, what is the distance from 1, 1? It is just 1. So not possible. So this is rejected. Rejected. And the possible is just this one. Since the slope is positive, so it means what, guys? So it means that the actual line is what? It's not this, but the one rising up to the what? Up to the right. So it means the actual line is supposed to be this, okay? Whose slope is what? 4 thirds. Okay, guys? So this is the correct line and not this one. And this is supposed to be not the correct one. Okay, guys? So this has a distance what? Of 2 also from here. Okay, so that distance is also 2. Okay? So, and the equation therefore is what? This of LP2. This is our LP2. We have M is 4 thirds. So we have 4 thirds. Or we can have it from this. Y minus 2. Y minus 2 equals, what's the slope? 4 thirds. X minus 3. Multiply by negative 3. Getting negative 3y plus 6 equals negative 4x minus 3. So this is 4x plus 12. The left side is 3y plus 6. So finally we have the negative, no? The left side is supposed to be, so this is negative 3y plus 6 equals negative 4x plus 12. Finally, we have 4x minus 3y minus 6 is equal to 0. So this is the equation of the line, which is another possible line. One is vertical and one is slant. Okay. So that's it.